What is going on, YouTube? Good morning. It is officially 2:45 a.m. and I heard we got an early release of the chapter. I'm super excited. If it's first time on my channel, I go by the name of Ange. I am a music entrepreneur, giving y'all tips and stuff about royalties and how to get paid and how to set yourself up. But we are here for One Piece today, so I'm not going to dive too much into it because I'm excited to watch my favorite manga of all time, the greatest manga of all time, no cap. If it's your first time on my channel, I ask that everybody please go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let's get. I'm gonna wait a little bit, or I'm gonna set up this page so I can go ahead and have the maximum capacities slash the greatest reaction we could possibly have today, because we are getting another manga chapter of One Piece after Kaido has potentially knocked out Luffy after he had been distracted. From my understanding, I had heard that he actually got his arm pulled back, or I guess the weight on his arm from the CP0 agent threw off his balance or whatnot. So Kaido managed to get a sucker punch in on Luffy, as you all know. So I'm hoping we'll see what Kaido's reaction is, because we saw his eyes as a reaction. We saw like the visual facial expression, but you could tell he was upset. You could tell that what took place, because they also showed when Odin managed to get distracted as well, and how Kaido was able to get a sucker punch on him as well. So everybody's kind of messing up with Kaido's battles. He's not exactly getting the full out challenges in which that he was hoping to get. So we'll see what happens. I'm hoping that things turn out. I'm hoping that things go crazy in this chapter here. I'm hoping we get, honestly, I'll be cool with the flashback or even the interaction with the CP0 agent. I need to see. I just need rooftop pause. I know I'm cool with that. I just need to go. I just need to see what's happening on roofpiece right now, because things are getting crazy. Things are getting hectic. I'm excited. You know what? Screw the setup. We're gonna go right into this manga chapter. All right, guys. So chapter 1043. We die together. Oh, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. I'm excited. I think this is gonna be great. Whatever it is I'm predicting a flashback. I'm thinking a flashback. If the title is called We Die Together, I'm thinking it's a flashback about the Rocks Pirates in Kaido. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. We Die Together. Cover page. Still on Whole Cake Island. They have Big Mom's Pirates. German 66 Cold-Blooded Voyage, Volume 7, arriving at Whole Cake Island. Okay, I guess they weren't exactly on Whole Cake as of yet. So they got them as they were infiltrating, as opposed to Ichi and Ninji ended up getting across to Whole Cake Island. So they still got some work to do, or they're trapped right now. So it's gonna be a while before they actually get. I think I'm guessing like 2 or 3 chapters before we actually see them escape. Or by the end of this fight, I think we're gonna at least see them escape in the chapters, in the cover panel story. So shout out to my boy Oda, one of the greatest, if not the greatest. All right. Page 2. Yes. All right. An overwhelming blow to Luffy. Kaido looks so heartbroken. Yo, Kaido looks distressed. Kaido looks like you took everything away from him. Wow. Wow. All right, all right. Kaido looks like he took every. So Luffy's still okay. It looks like Luffy's still in his gear 4, so he hasn't lost transformation as of yet. He does. I think that's Luffy saying, "Ugh," and but you don't see the CP0 agent, so I'm guessing he got away in time. You saw him jump back, but it looks like I thought he was still in the frame in the last chapter. Damn. And Kaido wasn't hold back. It was too late for Kaido to hold back, right? Oh my god, Luffy's looking horrible. Oh, we've seen our boy look like this time and time again. We've seen him look like this time and time again. The CP0 agent himself looks like he knew he just committed suicide, because that's really what just happened. That is really what's taking place right now. This CP0 agent legit just committed suicide for himself. But and the thing was, how he put it was, he told Drake that he envied him for being in interpretation. It seemed as though the CP0 agent was saying, he envies Law. Oh, sorry, he envies Drake because he was able to make a even though he's serving the government, he doesn't have strings strong enough that he can't go against what they say. I guess perhaps because Drake isn't high enough in the I guess because Drake's not high enough inside, like, the government. But I'm guessing, or the CP0 agents, they really don't have that opportunity to go ahead and make their own decisions. Let me go ahead and jump to this next page. All right. So page 3. We're getting a flashback. We're getting a flashback. I'm telling you right now. We're getting a flashback. You can't tell me we're not. You can't tell me we're not. We died together. I know we're gonna get. Oda seems to be setting up this battle very similarly to how he set up Luffy versus not Kurosaki. What I'm thinking, in Luffy's last battle. What am I going here? Luffy gets a sucker punch, or someone interferes in the battle where Luffy's at a Katakuri, excuse me. Wow. So Luffy looks like Oda's setting this battle up to be similarly to like how he did with Katakuri, where Luffy manages to get damaged, and like someone interferes with the battle, and Luffy's in a bad position, but now he has the opportunity, or he needs to have the opportunity to level up. And that's what's so exciting about this right now, is because we know our boy's not going to die here. He can't. Like Oda couldn't do that. The story doesn't allow that to happen. So it makes sense that Luffy has to use this opportunity to level up, to either hit another gear or have some sort of an awakening. All right, but let's back to the chapter. So you have Luffy on the ground. Okay, I see the CP0 agent. Someone's quiet. So one of the other CP0 agents is watching everything happen. Luffy's losing. Oh my god, he sent flying. He lost all his air, and now he's like flying away essentially. And Kaido's face, man. Kaido looks like he wants to just burst out in tears. And I don't even think it's like because he's in his drunken phase anymore. I think he's upset. You knew he was upset, but he looks like heartbroken upset. Oh my. Even Momonosuke is saying Luffy's voice is gone. We know it's not the end, but still, like that is a huge point. That is very significant. That is very significant because that means Luffy's out of the. Kaido's Kaido's disgusted. He's genuinely like disgusted. Skull Dome rooftop battle. Victor Kaido, King of the Beast. He looks like he's having a mental breakdown. Do you know what you've done? He's he's dead. He's dead. I'm not even on the next page. He knows it's a suicide mission. It's genuinely a suicide mission. Because he knows he can't escape Kaido. Wow. Wow. Kaido blew the entire rooftop in. There's another CP0 agent there. Kawamatsu-san, the ceiling is coming down. Wow. Thousands of our comrades are still in there. If only we weren't up in the sky. There is no water around here. So he thinks that it's better if they were on the ground. We can't do anything to quell these flames. Everyone, please find a way out. There is no honor in burning alive. Oh my god. So is that beam like that's Kaido's attack and it's going through everything right now. Okay, so that wasn't even Kaido. That was just the fire. So that hit now that they're showing on page 6 is actually Kaido's attack. Kaido-sama. Huh. Kaido-sama, where is your leader? Make that brat Momonosuke declare his surrender. Straw Hat Luffy is dead. If any of you wish to fight, step forward now. Huh. I guess, So he's handling this a little bit differently than I thought he would. I initially thought that he might be going on a rampage right now, but I guess it's along the lines of he's been through this time and time again. So it was the shock in the disappointment that we're seeing on his face, but it was something that he quickly was able to accept. Like we're kind of seeing like as though if he was able to accept it very quickly. Yeah, he's done it. He's a total victory. He's done it. It's a total victory for Kaido-sama. It can't be. Young Straw Hat couldn't have. Straw Hat Luffy's voice has vanished. How could they? Everybody can hear his voice. Looks like we were kidding ourselves. Oh, we might get the sacrifice. We might get a sacrifice from Law. This is a bitter pill to swallow. I've got nothing left. Luffy's been killed. Don't go out there, yo. We can't let the oversized snake get away with lying like that. Big bro. Luffy can't have lost. He's not dead. It's impossible. Big facts. Like everybody's gonna go crazy right now. Damn. But how did they know? Could they all just have heard Luffy's voice? That's what it was. So some still won't let their spirits break. I don't believe you. Who is that? Liar. Get down. Oh, it was Nami. Don't give up, not till it's all over. So Marcos managed to block the attack. He managed to block the attack from not hitting Nami and Otama. Onigashima will now land on the flower capital without delay. You'll find I won't be as soft as Orochi was. he's saying that Orochi was soft. That's what. Oh my god. This country is just a giant weapons factory to me. I don't care if they're women or children. Everyone here is my slave. You'll be free to drop dead after your bodies can't take any more work. That's how you'll live the rest of your miserable lives. After all, I can always replace you when you're gone. Wow. Wow. You'll be free to drop after your bodies can't take any more work. Wow. Damn. You chose to oppose me, facing my wrath. Now should come at, now facing my wrath now should come as no surprise. This is what it means to lose in a war. You gambled with your rights in dreams. Damn. This is like the desperation chapter. Please no, spare my wife and child. Bring me Momonosuke. This doesn't end until then. Wow. This is a huge point. But okay, now I'm starting to think We Die Together is like they're all willing to stand up to him. But we'll see how it goes. Hee hee, now's our chance. Get kid in law, take their heads. They're at the end of their rope. You may have been Big Mom, but Kaido is tougher than a fortress. Okay, they're stepping in. You never had a chance. Protect the captains. Facts. This doesn't sound good. Let's go. Nekomamushi. Castle interior basement. Nothing but flames everywhere. Is there a way out? Look for an exit. Things are looking horrible, yo. I'm fighting. Trafalgar, surrendering, or letting him kill us are both out of the question. Damn straw hat. To me, it's the not being able to hear Luffy's voice thing. Don't be absurd. What can I do against someone Luffy lost to? You can fight until your last breath. Facts. Let him know. God damn it. Isn't that the way of the samurai? If not us, then who? Everyone else is at their limit. Even Kaido must be feeling it by now. It's true. That would just be throwing away more lives. It pains me to admit this, but if Luffy's gone, our only option is to yield. Come on, Momonosuke. Yo, don't cheese me, bro. I'm not letting that happen. They'll live and then what? They'll be slaves until the day they finally die from exhaustion. In the end, surrendering won't save anyone. Come on, Momonosuke, get your shit together. All the daimyo that allowed Orochi to have his way went to their graves full of regret. Everything Wano endured for the past 20 years was for the sake of this battle. Like, you got Momonosuke. This ain't the time, Momonosuke. Even if surrender is our only option, I'd rather we die together. Shout out to Yamato. Yamato is a straw hat. Don't get confused. She's ready for this. Come on, Momonosuke. Damn, Kaido's fucking him up. Kaido's going crazy right now. He's just destroying the castle. He don't even care. What's this? So we're showing the capital. You can't really see or tell what's going on. When Luffy fell, he's on the ground. Ooh, Zunisha. Okay, Momonosuke. I can hear it. You can hear Luffy's voice. I'm guessing that's what it has to be. It really takes me back. What do you mean, Zunisha? Dum dum dum. Dum dum dum. What's all this dum dum dum? I can hear the drums of liberation. This is the first time in 800 years he is there without a doubt. Who is? He is there without a doubt. Joy Boy. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. What the fuck? Pronounce Nika in Japanese. Oh. Let's go. Yo. Hold on, I gotta read this again. I gotta read it again. Hold on. I gotta read it again. I gotta read it again. Hold on. So now I'm seeing Luffy in the background of that one shot. Okay. And then they don't show his face. Before his death, Goldie Roger said these words, "Let there be liquid rubber." Ooh, my rubber Jesus. Yo, shout out to Nicolay. Why is my computer freezing right now? And it's crazy. Because they did show Luffy's face. They show Luffy unconscious and knocked out on the ground. Like just fucked. Momonosuke, huh? I can hear it. Let's fucking go, bro. Holy shit. It really takes me back. I'm like, dum dum, dum dum, Dum dum. What do you mean, Zunisha? I can hear the drums of liberation. This is the first time in 800 years. He is there without a doubt. Dum dum. Dum dum. Who is? Joy Boy. Pronounced Nika in Japanese. What's happening to Luffy? Like, what's like? He's obviously before his death. Roger said these words: "Let there be liquid rubber." Did he actually? You're nah. A quiet smile. Liquid rubber. Hold on, bro. This is ridiculous. This is wild. There's a break next week. All right. I ain't even mad. I saw it happening. I had to feel it. Because if they're gonna set us up like this, Oda's about to come through with like a blitz. Like Oda's about to come through like a fucking blitz. Oh my god. Oh my. Okay, we get a color panel. This is perfect. This is perfect. This is the best like birthday gift that I could ask for. Even if we die together. Da-da-da-da-da. Kaido's looking crazy. So is it a matter of only someone who's a D, so like the people who smile in death, only they could be Joy Boy? The drums of liberation. It really takes me back. What do you mean, Zanisha? I can hear the drums of liberation. This is the first time in 800 years he is there without a doubt. Joy Boy. He has returned. It looks like Luffy's like melting, like not even melting, but like he's like what's his name, like Katakuri, like same way Katakuri is able to, or is his hair just getting longer? His hair might be getting longer. His hair might be. Oh my god! This is the greatest thing that's ever happened in One Piece history. This is one for the books. This is one for the books. What day is it? March 11th. This is one for the books, guys. Mark this one in the books. This might be one of the yeah, no facts. Definitely, this meme here is spot on. Wow. All right, guys. If you haven't noticed, I'm excited. I'm happy. I got what I wanted. I needed that setup chapter. We're gonna get something special in the next. We're gonna have a break next week, but we're gonna have something really special. So like I said, Kaido. No, I'm just joking about the state of One Piece. Is basically becoming as bad as Wonder now. Until the chosen one round, and the cause so much of the underdog. I need. That's just how stories are told, though. You know, in terms of what the actual One Piece is, like that can go very differently. Like we could end up having Luffy die at a very significant point in the story, right? Because I know he's Joy Boy, but I feel as if anybody who becomes Joy Boy has to deal with certain physical or lifespan issues that others might not have to deal with, like in the sense of we might like in the sense of like Roger was sick from an incurable disease. We have no idea what it was, but it happened to be a matter of he went into Joy Boy. No, because Zunisha actually cancels that theory. Zunisha says the first time in 800 years. Roger was just all automatically strong. I don't know. Like, I think it has to happen this way. It really, to me, it personally has to happen this way because yes, you have the person chosen of destiny, and I guess it depends what the history is. But hold on, because when who's said Sun God Nika, is Sun God Nika? We understood Sun God Nika is technically Joy Boy, but was that supposed to be a translation of Joy Boy at that time? I feel like it wasn't because he specifically said Sun God Nika, and if they wanted to say Joy Boy, they would have said Joy Boy. So I guess that's those two separate parts are separate. But I think that what we're getting here, it has to be told this way. Yes, you're gonna have Luffy come back on top and be able to, Luffy isn't automatically just going to take out the government at this point. Like that's for damn sure, right? Like he still has to go save Sabo, I suppose, and we still have to take on what's actually happening with Emu, right? So I don't think that necessarily sets up for like the classic story because One Piece, this isn't Attack on Titan. Like, you know what I mean? If this was Attack on Titan, sure, in the next 3 episodes we might just see Eren say F all y'all and just wipe out his friends as well. Like that's completely different from the story that One Piece is supposed to. That One Piece is supposed to be a story of accomplishments after a journey. You know what I'm saying? So I see that this kind of needs to happen. I don't know. I don't want it to. I can't say it's as bad as Naruto. I like Naruto. I didn't like how Naruto ended with what's the mom. Like after the whole Madara, like Madara was perfect. Madara to me is one of my favorite characters ever. Everything that he did, all those years leading up to Madara, just that one episode or the couple chapters that he did where he was just whooping ass, that was worth all of it. But after we got I can't remember his name, but after we got the mom transformation and whatnot, the Sage of the Sixth Path's mom came about. That's where you lost me in Naruto. That like it was good, kinda, but because even the author of Naruto didn't know how he was going to take out Madara while the manga was going along. He had no idea because Madara is technically the strongest motherfucker you'll ever see inside the Naruto universe. But Kuskia, I forget how you say her name. But the Sage of the Six Paths mom, she ended up. It was messed up like plot armor. It was like a plot armor that they tried to do. Like, all right, we gotta take out Madara. We made him too strong, and now we need to somehow get from this point to Naruto and Sasuke's battle, where Sasuke decides to like, all right, well, there's nobody stronger than me. Let me go take all the nine tails. Let me go take all the tail beast powers. But that's just Naruto. We're talking about One Piece here. One Piece here is beyond just the point of a battle. A battle can be set up very similarly, very, very predictable, but the actual storytelling of how things take place in One Piece are on a completely different like level of things, right? I need to just be on this chapter. I don't know why I'm looking at this. Like, there's a cool drawing and all, but I need to go on page 14 where shit makes sense, and my nigga just turned into Joy Boy. All right, Joy fucking boy. I need to change all my handles to Joy Boy. All of them. Because even, like, you see Luffy, like, his face blanked out. No smile. What I need to see out of this, though, is I do not want to see Luffy not be Luffy. Do you know what I mean? I don't want and or need to see Luffy all of a sudden a blanked out personality where he doesn't know who he is. You know, I need to see Luffy in a state where he's fully conscious and he knows that he's been through some sort of transformation, or maybe not he even recognizes he's been through some transformation, but he's conscious, because I need to see Luffy actually being able to whoop Kaido's ass and telling him like, no, this is what you did, that's wrong. This, and I'm hoping there might be a time, there has to be limitations to this Joy Boy form or whatever is about to take place with Luffy. You can guess that he's awakened, like that's what it clearly seems to be. So I think this confirms that this was Joy Boy's fruit. And what is curious, however, is it a matter that Luffy has to have that fruit, or did anybody who ate that fruit? I guess potentially maybe the fruit was only able to be if anybody else ate Luffy's fruit, they might have not ended up as Joy Boy. I think that potentially might be it. I feel as if anybody else might have eaten that fruit, they might not have been Joy Boy. It's only, obviously, there's destiny and all that crap, but like, genuinely speaking, if any other D member ended up eating the Gamu Gamu no Mi, then they wouldn't have ended up as Joy Boy. This is fire, but I'm just curious to see if this is Luffy's. He looks like he's bulking up on the side though. Like his arms look like they transformed already, because, or is that just his shirt? Because to me, it looks as though his arms are in some form of transformed state. A quiet smile. Oh my god. And what does it take for Luffy to go into Joy Boy state? Is it something that he has to be at an unconscious, like, there's so many doors open for this, because you can have either Luffy who automatically turns into this Joy Boy state where he is exhausted, or you can have Luffy in some sort of state where, like, an unconscious Luffy, and where you can have him in a state where it's like he could transform like that. Like, how often can Luffy actually use awakening? Is it only a matter of he has to be unconscious, or can he go into Joy Boy state whenever it is he decides? Like, when would he need? When would Luffy genuinely need to go inside awakened state? I don't think that he would need to be in an awakened state against the admirals. That's just me. But at this point where you see him leveling up, like, they don't even show his eyes. I feel like his eyes are on some are even different. I feel like the tattoos are gonna be different. Like, we might, I don't know. Like, there's so many possibilities that we can get. And I'm hoping Oda just takes this to the max, because I'm feeling like a kid again. When you see, these are one of those moments where you see Goku go Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan Advance, KO Ken, Super Saiyan 3, um, um, Ultra Instincts, God Form 2. Like, that's one of those times. Naruto turns into Nine Tails. You have, well, we've seen Luffy going through various transformations, but like, this is up there. Like, this is one of those times where it's up there. You know what I'm saying? Where he transforms and the entire internet is gonna break. He's gonna shut down the websites. He's gonna shut down YouTube. I can't wait to see the other reactions. But guys, One Piece greatness. One Piece greatness. We're not gonna see each other next week, or maybe I'll do some sort of reaction. I don't know. It just makes me wonder, like, what was said to, like, Joy Boy, in my opinion, I was gonna leave, but I gotta get into this. What When Roger reached Laugh Tale, Joy Boy had left a message. And that message, from our understanding, or from my guess, that message is Shirahoshi is not going to be alive. Like Neptune, because Neptune is not gonna be alive for the next 800 years. That is why you guys are 200 are still early. That is why you guys are still early. Like I don't think that that is what necessarily Joy Boy said that made them laugh, but I think that what Joy Boy was getting at is saying you guys are still too early because Neptune is still not born yet. The person who's supposed to help I wasn't able to help out Neptune when I was alive, and the reincarnation of Neptune is not going to be until such and such. And Roger, you know who Neptune is now. You see that she's still a baby. At this time, if you made it to Laugh Tale, you clearly know who Neptune is, but this person is still an infant and their power has not awakened. I don't think the other weapons need to be awakened as I don't think the other weapons need to be awakened. I think genuinely speaking, um like the most important factor was Shirahoshi, where she needs to be awakened. She needs to be old enough for her to actually help the next Joy Boy, who is the person who ever ate my fruit. You still got to question stuff like who is Luffy talking about? Oh, sorry, who is Shanks talking about to the Gorosei? Who, who, like, like I don't know. Like, feel like all the Gashima. I think that the plot hole essentially is that Luffy. How did Luffy? Did he fall on the ground? Yeah, no, he still fell on top of the rooftop. I think that Kaido really took it as he didn't have the opportunity to do that himself, though, right? Like the reason that Luffy's even knocked out has nothing to do with the fact that Kaido overpowered him. You know what I mean? It didn't have to do with Kaido won. Kaido didn't do if Kaido was a person or the legitimate reason as to why Luffy was knocked down on the ground, absolutely he deserves to take his head. And I think that's the point. I think the point is like I didn't take his head. I didn't do it, so I can't be the person to take his head. You know, I guess he's been emotional this entire thing, right? He's saying that he took the head of the person who killed Luffy. So in his regard, it's like that person defeated Luffy. He didn't defeat Luffy. So I think that in my opinion, or based off how I'm seeing it, is that because the fact that Kaido didn't go ahead and knock out Luffy is the reasoning as to why Luffy he didn't go and take Luffy's head. You know what I'm saying? Like he can't. How's he supposed to survive after that? You know, in Kaido's opinion, like, how is he supposed to survive after that? It is a gap. It is a gap in the storytelling, but I don't think it's a big enough gap in the storytelling to enable you to not accept the fact that Kaido isn't responsible for, like, think of it this way. Kaido took um Kaido took Odin's head, you could say, because he was the last person that he ended up seeing. Like Kaido made that last shot. When Kaido makes that final shot, or it appears to be that he made that final shot, then that's really it. Like Luffy went out of your fourth stage. Like what do you really have to do at that point? Like it doesn't really Luffy coming back is legitimately because of the fact of like the whole Joy Boy thing. And my thing is frozen. It's cheesing me right now. Hurry up. Like it's literally the fact that Let me pause this shit. Luffy not being able to come back right now is literally for the idea of Joy Boy. You know what I mean? Like, how else would Luffy had to have come? What I'm curious about is how this is gonna allow Luffy to, I was always hoping that Onigashima was gonna fall, but Luffy was gonna be able to make it bounce back up. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I wanted to see from his awakened state. Because I was seeing what's it called? A theory that technically Joy Boy is like the Monkey King. And I guess and it makes sense. It would make sense. Man, it's frozen on me right now. Let's stop this one. Lately, I love you don't even hardly mean nothing. It's only active. No. Stop recording. Sorry, guys. This thing using StreamYard and it's like frozen on me right now. This is crazy. I don't give a fuck. Like, I understand. Like, I'll be honest with you. I got exactly what I need. Okay, sorry. All right, Nicolay, I'm just catching up to what you're saying. Okay, when he says something along the lines of, how do you explain? Okay, when he says something along the lines of, if they don't see you defeated, they will keep believing in you. And the Goose saved Luffy. Yeah, but you just left them there conveniently and went downstairs. It doesn't make sense why you just leave him there. Like, he checked his pulse. I don't. Well, a huge thing that was said, which was confusing to me, but I think that kind of explains the story, is where Momonosuke's saying I can't hear Luffy's voice anymore was projected through everything. Like, I think that's kind of like along the lines of where that is explained. Like, he can't hear Luffy's voice anymore. But what I didn't understand, or what wasn't clear to me, was if that was projected through all of Onigashima. That is where, so like, to your point, I agree with you there, because they didn't make it clear whether or not it was said where everybody heard it. It was heard that Luffy was defeated, but it wasn't special. It wasn't particular to. They didn't specify that Luffy's voice, like Law and Kid knew that Luffy's voice is gone, but I'm not sure that had to do more along the lines of um hearing him in battle, or genuinely being able to hear him from a perspective of, like, the same thing with Zunisha, right? Because they had mentioned earlier before in the battle, is that they're able to hear Luffy's voice, but it was more like an inspiration kind of a thing, right? Like, it was something along the lines like they can just physically hear Luffy's voice, and in this case here, it's different, where it's like, but they also have Momo, where he particularly says himself, like, he can't hear Luffy's voice. But in this case here, they made it sound like everybody can't hear Luffy's voice, or everybody in the alliance can't hear Luffy's voice anymore, which is very, very important. But they make it seem like Joy Boy is an entirely other person. So maybe that's the case though, right? They can't hear Luffy's voice. They can hear, like, the voice that they're about to hear is Joy Boy's voice, or Joy Boy voice is only able to be heard by Zunisha, because that's exactly it. Like, Momonosuke can't even hear Luffy's voice, right? If Zunisha, if I'm sure if Zunisha, I'm sure in the next chapter you're probably gonna hear Zunisha say, like, listen, and then Momonosuke is gonna hear another voice that's not Luffy's. You know what I mean? So I kind of feel as if that's the approach that they might end up taking with it. It doesn't solve everything, but I feel as if that, that's kind of like the route they might end up taking with it. I don't know if it is a plot hole because they did say like unless you take the person's head, but I'm trying to think whose head might they have taken. Mm. But even so, right? Because Kaido had said Kaido didn't hear Big Mom's voice anymore. Kaido didn't feel Big Mom's Conqueror's Haki anymore. I believe that's what it was. He wasn't able to feel her Conqueror's Haki anymore. So that's why he even went ape shit to begin with, right? Because I think when you have King's Conqueror's Haki, you're able to actually feel the essence of the person who's still conscious. Because initially, that the first time that Kaido knocked out Luffy, he said no, he's still alive. He's like, they're like, oh, he's down or out, he's dead or whatever. He's like, nah, he's still conscious. He's looking at me. He's like, you're still looking at me, boy. And then in the case of Big Mom, he knew that Big Mom was done because of her Conqueror's Haki was knocked out, or at least it was knocked away far enough where he's like, okay, so Lin's gone. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like along those lines. But then you have in this case here, the thing is, I feel like the first time or one of the first times that Kaido knocked out Luffy, it had to do more along the lines of like he's going to give up at this point. Like I feel as if Kaido underestimated Luffy in that particular moment. He didn't think he would still be willing to keep on coming and keep on like going after him. I wouldn't agree with that. I don't think it's Ichigo versus because in that sense that's an overpowered state where it's like the demon fox form. Like he's not actually able to control himself. That's why I said I actually hope that Luffy is conscious of what happens next, right? Because if it's a matter of Luffy becomes Joy Boy, then he just whoops Kaido, and then he's like, "Oh, I don't remember what happened." Then I completely agree. I'm gonna be mad. I'm not gonna be happy with that. I'm not gonna like the fact that Luffy doesn't know he's the reason that he took out Kaido or Kaido's done for. I need to see Monkey D. Luffy knowing, giving that last punch or giving that last cannon, whatever the fuck he's gonna do. Excuse me, YouTube. Whatever he's gonna do, that's gonna be like, when he beat Anel, when he beat Arlong, when he beat Katakuri, when he beat, like, he needs to be what makes Luffy such an important character, or what makes Luffy's victories so pertinent, is that they're Luffy's victories. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was cool to see Ichigo go beast mode, and then he goes ahead and takes out yeah, Oro. I can't even pronounce his name. I forgot how you say it. Orokiria. I forget how you say it. But Yorokira or something like that. So it's okay. It makes for the plot armor. It makes for the story where Ichigo loses his control and then he's able to have a crazy mode. It's the same idea when Naruto loses himself. It's like, oh, there's another power inside of him that can give him a boost. I don't think technically that I don't think Luffy has another power inside of him that can give him a boost. I think it's genuinely his who he is, and the fact that he has that fruit. And I understand, like, okay, there's a demon fox, there's a mask hollow form, and then he has a fruit that can give him powers. But the difference is everybody, not everybody, but a lot of characters genuinely actually have a devil fruit. What makes Luffy different is the story that he's telling, as well as, it's been 800 years till a particular person has been able to do this. We've been able to see, Naruto's a child of history. We have Ichigo, who is part Quincy. Hopefully no spoilers, because I definitely seen that before. But I don't think we're gonna get like a Getsuga Tensho from Luffy, but we're gonna be seeing some craziness. Like, we're gonna see projectiles. like we're gonna be seeing projectile punches. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna be getting punch. Oh, his hair is gonna be on that fiery state. That's what it is. Because if you go back and actually look at the form of Sun God Nika, that's what it was. Like his arms are kind of like bent up oddly. Or is he gonna get bigger? Right? Because something that they showed was Onigashima with the sword on the roof. So it could be one of those moments where we get like a Luffy turns to a Zoro, and then Zoro has to talk some shit after the end of after the end of everything, or he's just that strong where he can like pick it up. Well, no, we've seen we've seen Nightmare Luffy, and maybe Nightmare Luffy was able to pick up a sword that big. Like, who knows? I don't think so. I feel like that sword was obviously a lot bigger, but like that's, yeah, because it cut off the skull of what seems to be one of the oars, right? So I need to see Luffy go crazy in this one. I am again hoping that he's fully conscious. I think I think like he's in a weird transformation state right now where, but I know we're going to get our Luffy at some point, because there's no way that he can end this battle as Joy Boy versus Joy Boy Luffy. You know, like that, I can't accept that. I have to accept it if it happens, but it's not something I want to exactly see from the story. I feel like that will definitely take away from the story a little bit if we don't get Luffy. We can't. No, Luffy's blonde. We knew he was the son of Dragon, the hero of the Marines character who died. Well, you can't just take back 20 years and bring down playing rubber. Depending on the story, it goes with the story. Like you definitely can, right? I think what's interesting about it is, but it's a story, man. Like you got to just go with the story, and you can't just always go with the story. But I don't think that the fact that we've been looking at it for so long, how the fuck can Rubber do this? Like that's really the question we've been asking ourselves for the longest time. How can Rubber do this? Since Enel, when Enel ended up shocking Luffy, you're like, that makes sense. You're like, that makes sense. That Luffy's Rubber, therefore he can't do it. Like I was actually Googling what are the properties of rubber versus gum the other day, because I wanted to know I wanted to know is what if Joy Boy is technically like gum or something like that. The gum, like, because if Luffy's the rubber fruit, why is it called the gum gum no mi? But then like in Japanese or like in European or something like that, gamu gamu no means rubber. So I think it's also, I think it has to do along the lines with the translation. The Jesus fruit. Listen, Destiny works crazy. Like, why does if you want to question this, you got to question why his entire crew happens to be someone significant. Why does his crew happen to have the best navigator? Why does his crew happen to have one of the old daimyo sons, potentially one of the old daimyo sons, as his co-captain? So he, what's his name? Zoro's technically could be not a Kazuki, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to question why he has the best navigator, the Kazuki. His bloodline is perfect with the person who's the leader of the Sun Pirates, the old Sun Pirates, who's also one of the head captains of a fisherman island. Why you have why who else? Like who else do we have? Why Yamato is met his brother? Like there's so many parts of this story why you have to ask why Luffy to begin with, right? Like why Luffy? You know, like if everything about One Piece is literally why Luffy, you know, like I don't know. I don't know how to go about that otherwise. Why is Robin the most important character in the entire show? Why is Robin on the same team as Joy Boy? Like there's so many different things. Why is potentially why is Crocodile Luffy's mom? Like I saw the theory by O'Hara going back. Like I heard theories before, but I saw like the theory of O'Hara, and he was going about the fact that at what's it called, at Marine Ford, you had Crocodile step in at every moment after he found out that Dragon was his father. You know what I mean? And like there's certain plot armors inside the story where it's like, okay, well, why Luffy? Like the entire story is why Luffy. It don't even One Piece is legitimately about why Luffy, because otherwise it doesn't make sense. He wants to be the freest man on this earth, right? Like it's something along the lines like joy. It's a destiny thing. Like there's part destiny, a part of this entire storyline, because you have Luffy who needed to be Joy Boy. Why 800 years? Why Luffy has to be the person who ended up becoming friends with all the queens and princesses? Like if you Luffy's track record for princesses and queens and the most powerful people in the world, he has them on his side. Not even the most powerful necessarily, but along the lines of the most essential pieces. You know what I mean? Like if this came about, I'm glad this came about now as opposed to when Emu comes about. Who know? Like we might get, if we get one more, that'd be crazy. If we get another transformation of Luffy, I wouldn't be fully upset. Something beyond Joy Boy state, but we haven't seen anything along those lines. Something I'm curious about though is the shield portion, because they showed Joy Boy with like his hair on fire, whatever crazy hair, as well as what's it called? He had the crazy hair, he had the spear. Was it a spear or a sword? I think it might have been a spear actually. Let me check that real quick. Excuse me, no. Sun God Nika, not Joy Boy. Hold on. Sun God Nika. It's a sword. It's a sword and a spear. Huh. So I'm actually, let me read this part right here that Who's was saying. Apparently, slaves in the ancient times believed a legendary warrior that would eventually come and save them. They called him Sun God Nika. It said that he would bring about their free. Where is it? Let me pull this up. It says that it was said he would bring laughter to their lips and free them from their suffering. Who knows if he really existed though? So even that entire thing had to do with the fact of the okay, so what I'm guessing is the Sun Pirates were oppressed, so they believed in Sun God Nika, and like they were kind of like the clan who was supposed to follow him or something like along those lines. And obviously, because Sun God Nika wasn't supposed to be awakened until a certain amount of time, like I think I have to do along the lines of like Joy Boy saying you're gonna be at the max level of oppression, and when that happens, Sun God Nika is gonna show up, and then you're gonna have Shirahoshi, and you're gonna have all these other particular pieces in play where it slightly simultaneously fits to having Luffy as the Sun God Nika. And what's this thing here? Debuts. Oh, huh. I've seen something here where they mentioned the Sun God and Skypiea. Why are you crying, Mama? I'm going to meet the Sun God. It's an honor to be chosen as a sacrifice. If my life can be use of the to the villagers, then I'm happy. So I guess there's a misinterpretation of that then. This is crazy. This is crazy. Sun God Trap Lord. That's all I'm saying. Sun God Luffy, Sun God Trap Lord, Sun God Ange. I've been saying this. Listen, my One Piece theory that I've been saying before every motherfucker. I'm telling you right now. If you heard it here first, If this is not your first time listening, hearing, you can go back on all my videos. I said that Pink Sake is the One Piece. Period. Period. Pink Sake been the One Piece. I've predicted this for at least over a month. Not over a month, that's cap. I want to say over half the year. To a year. I might even say a year. I might even give it a year now. I've been predicting that Bing Sake is the One Piece for the longest time. To the definition of unity, or the biggest symbolism in unity in One Piece, is where everybody has those red cups and they're drinking together. When you see Roger and Whitebeard, they're drinking together, having the red cups. When you see the three brothers, you see Luffy, you see Sabo, you see Ace, they're all together drinking the red cup. When you see Garp and you see what's his, and whoever, like, it doesn't matter who. Like, the symbolism of unity is when people are drinking that red cup. So if the One Piece is a sign of all the one piece that everybody comes together, the what Roger laughed at was the fact that it's a drink. Like, you're like, this is Bink Sake. You guys are drinking together now. So although you have a treasure here, the one piece that you were looking for is one piece of alcohol I have left. Or I'm guessing that Big Sake, that Joy Boy ended up drinking Big Sake or something like along those lines, and Roger laughed. He's like, "Sorry, I didn't save you a drink," or something like that. It was too good to be true. Or I'm thinking that either the Big Sake is actually what's it called? Elixir of life, or like the fountain of youth. You know what I'm saying? Just because Emu, I'm guessing that how Emu was, he had a portion of it, or he had something like along those lines where he drank like a little bit of Bink Sake, and in order for him to actually be alive, he's like a phantom at this point. If you lose your nerve, this breath could be your last. If you hold on, the morning will sun. Yeah. If you lose your nerve, the breath could be your last. Like, that's the entire story. Then listen, I read it on my last chapter. I said in the off drinking sake, like, any reaction I do in terms of One Piece and it's the manga, I say that Big Sake is the One Piece, and it's 100% talking about Luffy, and it's 100% talking about Joy Boy. Going to deliver Bing Sake, following the sea breeze, riding the waves far across the salty depths, the merry evening sun, the merry, like, so he's saying that the merry travels across. So, like, it's saying that the merry is riding the waves. Farewell to the harbor, to the old hometown. So they finally became of age and they can leave. Let's all sing out with dawn as the ship sets sail. Waves of gold and silver dissolve the salty spray. Da, 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 as we set sail to the ends of the sea. So that's just the journey of One Piece. So they're trying to go the entire journey and drink the thing. Going to deliver Bing Sake. We are pilots sailing through the seas. The waves are our pillows. The ships are our roofs flying. The proud skull of our flags on our sails. Now comes a storm through the far off sky. So that can be interpreted as as a couple of things. Like now the waves are dancing, beat upon the drum, blah, blah, blah. If you lose your last nerve, could be your last. If you just hold on, the morning sun will rise. Facts. Facts. Going to deliver Bing Sake today and tomorrow. Our dreams through the night, waving our goodbyes. We'll never meet again. So that's skipping to the end of One Piece, where they finally have met their journey out, or the journey has finally been completed. So now everybody can go their separate ways. Going to deliver Bing Sake. Also, but sorry. We'll never meet again, but don't look so down, for tomorrow night the moon will rise again. So it's saying that, life isn't over because the story's done. It's saying that, things got to continue. Doesn't matter who you are, someday you will just be bones. Facts. So even if all this will happen, like, they're gonna die eventually, unfortunately. Never ending, ever wandering, our funny traveling tale. Like it's being Sake is the One Piece, and there's no, let it be known. Let it be known. All right, young Ange, anime Ange, this boy right here called it that Big Sake is the One Piece, and the entire song gives the entire background to what the story is. Point blank period. I put my prediction on a couple people's pages as well. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna give everybody that look. I'm just gonna come across the internet and just I need to make a meme out of it or something like that. When you was right for the last goddamn 2 years, whatever the hell it was when I predicted it, it just makes sense. It just makes sense because Bing Sake is the One Piece. Luffy, until this point, hasn't it didn't necessarily justify that Luffy was Joy Boy. But now obviously we get that Joy Boy is technically Son Nika, and Son Nika, so Luffy is technically going to be Son Nika, and a lot of people are going to have a problem with it. A lot of people are going to have a problem with it. A lot of people are going to feel as if it's just going to be a glitch or like a plot armor. But really, what did you expect? Like, what did you really think was gonna happen, or how would this end up? Because the story's almost over. So Wano pre Kaido and Orochi used to be like Shandora. Shandora. Upper Yard, it was a knockout stream. City of Gold. Let me think. So Wano pre Kaido and Orochi used to be like Shandora. Elaborate. How so? Like what happened before, kind of like what you're saying, like the history of what happened to Shandora. Because no, listen, bro, Shandora, Skypiea with Enel is the exact same as like Katakuri. This is like the exact same thing as like Katakuri, which is like the exact same thing as like Kaido. Like it's the story is being recycled, but it's given to you. It's given to you at different points and different perspectives, right? Like there's like you kind of have things in between that fill in that gap. Yeah, send me that pic. Send me a link. The cloudy skies has to do perfectly with the Nell. I have to think this stock Gale. It really is because they're a tyrant. Like Anel was a tyrant. Anel is someone who, like, who else? Like Big Mom, I guess, had her own territory, so it did work slightly different. But just even the setup for Luffy to be knocked out was the exact same as Katakuri. Like the exact same as Katakuri. Like you knew this was gonna happen. Like if you didn't see Luffy getting knocked out, I don't know. Like it wouldn't make sense that Luffy wouldn't be knocked out. How else would it have happened? What I would like to see, if Luffy can go another gear, like if Luffy can go gear 5, or that's another option they have to play with. If Luffy has the actual awakened state that allows him to be Joy Boy, but after that happens, he can't go into Joy Boy state like that. He really has to be like on the brink of death, versus he actually, or now he has a state where he can just automatically turn into a lesser version of Joy Boy and he's gear 5th. I would love it. I'd be okay with that. I ain't mad at that, because I think we still might get a gear 5th. I really think we're gonna still get a gear 5th. I know we're close to the end of the story, but I don't think it's impossible to to eliminate the whole idea of Gear Fifth. It was for now, but definitely, yeah, it really is like Shandor. Like you have the people oppressing, you have the warriors versus, but you have two different sets of people. You just had one oppressor, and then you had his henchmen versus you had the Shandorians versus the Skypeans. You know what I'm saying? Like it was two different. It was two different kind of battles that were taking place. It was like the people were just trying to save themselves. Like Onigashima is like everybody's together versus you have like what Enel was missing that Kaido has is an entire army. Enel had a couple of people and like his power was so strong that he can go ahead. His hockey was ridiculous if you think about it. Enel's hockey was actually at a different state where he was actually able to feel everybody. He was able to feel like the power of everybody. What I'd love to see, possibly, what we won't actually see, I'm sure, is what if Luffy eats Enel's fruit? Because I think that Luffy can conduct lightning, but we haven't seen an actual attack of him being able to use lightning per se. Like, there has to be lightning around for Luffy to do it because he's a conductor more than anything. Oh. Eagle, you sending this pic? Because I'm about to sign off. I can't even lie, bro. Love, though. No disrespect. Shout out to my boy, Joe Boy. I need to see a couple of these reactions, honestly, because I know, like, I'm excited. There's also something special about Onigashima, right? I don't think Onigashima and Wano is because I think the One Piece, or I forgot what the theory is, but there's like the missing piece of the sky, the missing piece of the skull in the ocean or whatever is supposed to be Shandora in the sky. I had heard that theory as well. So it makes sense, like the it had drifted off or whatever the case may be. Like it kind of makes sense, and that's supposed to be a part of the One Piece or something like that. I think that's how it went. But yo, I'm about to sign off. I can't even lie. But this was an amazing chapter. I'm super happy. I love the story that took place so far. Shout out to my boy Nicolay again for tuning in, and whoever else viewed this. Great discussion. I can't wait to see what happens next. Shandor, if you try, Nicolay, if you try to hit me up on my. I'm gonna leave my Instagram here, and we can talk about this shit for real. All right, y'all. It's your boy Young Ange. I'm gonna see y'all soon. Love, peace, One Piece, joy, poi, greatness. It's your boy. We fucking out.